Hello everyone and welcome to another casual review. Today I'm talking about A Short Hike. A Short Hike is considered a cozy game. Something very light, something very nice, not a lot of dramas happening. It's just something that you play as you wind down for the evening. So if that is something that you are looking for, this game's going to be the perfect fit for you. In this game, the main character is a bird named Claire that is staying with her aunt on a big island that essentially has a giant mountain in the middle of it. And Claire really wants to call her mom. Unfortunately, on this island, we don't have very good cell reception. And so her aunt tells Claire that she would probably get good cell phone reception on the top of the mountain. And it's just a short hike away from here. On Claire's trek up this mountain, she encounters a large variety of interesting characters. And that's one of the reasons that this game really shines, is the interesting interactions between Claire and these characters, because the dialogue is very witty and funny and it feels organic. These characters talk the same way humans would talk to each other, but at the same time they're children, and so they talk the way that children would interact with each other. I always am excited to go talk to these other animals because I just want to see what the dialogue is, hear the funny interactions between them, and it's probably in your best interest to do so because you may get certain rewards when you perform these tasks. So they may have you go fetch some lost items for them, collect a certain amount of resources for them, like shells or currency. Other times they may just simply hand you tools and say, here's a fishing rod, and this is how you go fishing. Or other times they may give you some hints or words of encouragement to make it up the mountain. And the interesting thing about this is some of the characters that you talk to at the bottom of the island on the shoreline, you're going to find later up, higher up on the mountain. So it's almost like they're making the trek with you, and you got to check in with them and see how they're doing as they journey up the mountain as well. It really does feel like you're a kid with not any ties or burdens. You can just run out the door without your cell phone and your wallet, and you're just out to go play with the other kids and go on an adventure with them. And so that kind of carefree atmosphere really bleeds through the entire game. Now, in order to make this journey up this mountain, you need to collect a resource called golden feathers. And these golden feathers allow Claire to either flap once to gain a little bit of elevation while she's soaring through the air, or it helps her cling to the walls and climb longer. So the more of these golden feathers you have, the higher you can make it up the mountain. And you're going to need to stockpile a decent amount of these golden feathers, because once you reach a certain altitude on the mountain, the air becomes quite frigid, which means once you use up a golden feather, then it doesn't recharge until you warm up your body again, either near a fire or in a hot spring. And so you need to stockpile enough of these golden feathers, because there's times when you need to climb a long stretch of a wall, or you may need to flap your wings a certain distance to cross a gap. And so you can find these golden feathers scattered across the island. You can also purchase golden feathers. You can perform little errands for some of the other animals for golden feathers. The golden feathers are a really cool system where they really open up this island and make it so much more traversable after you gather more and more of these golden feathers. Because at the beginning of the game, you don't have any golden feathers, so you can't really climb on the walls, you can't flap your wings, all you can do is glide down to the ground. And so as you acquire more of these golden feathers, traversing up this mountain becomes easier and easier, and by the time you stockpile like 10 or more of these golden feathers, suddenly it feels like there's not nearly as many gaps or obstacles as there once were at the beginning of this game. That's not to say that this game is a huge grind, however. It usually takes me maybe an hour to beat this game. If you were 100% completing this game without a guide, maybe 2 to 3 hours. But as the title of this game would imply, this is just a short hike. It's just a bite-sized game, no filler at all. It's just, you're just exploring this island and collecting all these resources and just enjoying your time, but it's not a huge time sink or time investment, because it's almost like you sit down and play it for an afternoon and you're done, and you get the warm, fuzzy feelings of having played the game and having beaten a game. It certainly is a good palate cleanser from playing some of those longer RPGs. Aesthetically, I would describe this game as a pixel cell shaded game. And musically, this game is very mellow, just light, bubbly tunes, nothing like too in your face, just subtle, and it's enjoyable for this type of genre. It clearly got a lot of inspiration from Animal Crossing, what with all of you being animals, and just the way that like we talk to each other and the tools that you use, like you'll grab a shovel and you can dig up a crack on the ground and you'll get some money out of the coins. Or I did see a sparkling rock and I hit the rock over and over again and money started coming out of the rock. And fishing, the fish shadows look just like they would in Animal Crossing. Overall, it was just a short, compressed, enjoyable, cozy experience, and this isn't my first time playing this game, and it certainly won't be my last, because it really is just a nice, good break from regular life, the stresses of regular life. And I know this was a short review. A short hike deserves a short review. So I will wrap it up by saying that this game deserves a 4 out of 5. And it's cheap enough and short enough that I can recommend it to pretty much everyone, even if you're not a normal gamer. It isn't really reflex based, and so even non-gamers should enjoy a game like this. Well guys, that's it for me. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about A Short Hike, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Bye!